Maybe just one night. It had all the good stuff you would want from an NBA game. You had scuffles, you had attitude, you had a crazy comeback. You had that great picture of LeBron James in New York afterward, calling himself the king of New York. And you had this colossal comeback that fourth quarter when the Cavaliers outscored the Knicks 43-25. They knocked down 9 threes, shot just under 54% from the field. LeBron James and Kyle Korver outscored the Knicks by themselves, 26-25. What does it all mean, if anything?
You know what it means? We got a chance. I was excited that they had a competitive game in MSG, and the way Porzingis and those guys are playing. Give a lot of credit to Tim Hardaway Jr. and that bunch. They came out and they competed. But the Knicks, this was a game that, you know, the way they were losing, the way they came back, it was big time. And it's funny, Saquid and Matt, you guys been around. Big time players usually come up with big time performances in the Garden, and it was special to watch the way LeBron went out and just willed that team to victory. But on the negative side, he can't do that every night and play those type of minutes. So that's the one thing. That's two storylines.
He's leading the league in minutes again after leading the league last year in minutes.
Yeah, and that would worry me if I'm Cleveland, only because there is no Kyrie Irving right now or Isaiah Thomas to carry some of that load for LeBron in terms of creating, facilitating the offense. I mean, he had to make plays for everyone to beat the Knicks, to facilitate that comeback. He hit the shot. I thought that was the real backbreaker, of course. But just getting to that, the amount of work he had to do to create opportunities for Kyle Korver and everybody else is tremendous. And to think that we haven't even gotten to Thanksgiving yet, and he's having to work like this and to grind like this to keep this team just in contention for, a 500 record, that's a lot of extra work on a guy's plate 15 seasons into his career on a team where it shouldn't take all this for the Cavaliers to be successful.
And I think we can't forget Kyle Korver. I just wanted to mention the Mitten is a guy that, the reason why I love him is because he's still in fantastic shape. Even though he doesn't handle the basketball, but being able to run off screens and still have the legs. Usually your legs go when you get tired or you get a little bit older to be able to knock down long threes. He's not taking, I bet he hasn't taken 15 shots inside the three-point line. He is knocking down shots, and he's had a great last 2 games for the Cavaliers. He saved them in the New York game as well.
It's the second 19-point quarter of the season for the Cavaliers, and I think it's a point well taken and one that people maybe don't appreciate. How much effort is required for a guy like Kyle Korver, for a guy like Ray Allen at the end of his career coming off those screens, like Rip Hamilton, even though it was in the mid-range, to do all that running around, to come off all those curls and those screens, just to get those shots.
Well, he's a technician at doing it. Let's not kid ourselves. There are a lot of guys who can run around out there. There are very few who can run around with the efficiency and the understanding of where your sweet spots are on that floor like Kyle Korver. But again, this is something that would bother me if I'm in Cleveland, because we needed somebody. If you're the Cavaliers, you got to be thinking, we need somebody that we can throw that ball to other than LeBron to get a basket. You used to be able to do that with Dwayne Wade. I think you're seeing it now. It's not as easy to do at this stage of his career against quality competition. And the Knicks should be more upset than anybody about the way this game went down, because that's a game you look back at the end of the season and say, we had that one, we should have won that game, we should have put it away, and we took the bait. We played around and poked LeBron a little bit, and he woke up and you saw the finish.